I have a feeling that I'm gonna be buying a van today. Oh, an interesting update, something I did not expect. I might be buying a van any moment now. Oh my god! What an afternoon. It looks like I might be going on another trip. I've just booked another camper, Citroen Berlingo. So it's much smaller than the Volkswagen Tansporter that I had last time. So I'm really wondering how comfortable it's going to be to drive it. And yay, I'm going again. I'm gonna be leaving in about half an hour and I'm feeling nervous because a few things have happened. This week I almost bought a van. It was a Peugeot Expert, something that I didn't consider originally at all. I didn't know that they even existed. A friend of mine sent me an advert. I got in touch with the guy. I arranged a video viewing of the van and I started arranging to rent a car, a camper van for this weekend and go there. In the meantime, the guy had sold the van, so I felt really disappointed and I needed some time to almost pick myself up again. But I decided to rent a camper van for this weekend anyway and just have a road trip, potentially see some vans. I finalized everything only yesterday, last night, and then I thought, okay, maybe I should start arranging to view some vans along the way. So I went on eBay and I had a look at a few adverts and I found one which was for exactly the same car that I was planning to buy a few days ago. I called the guy this morning and I arranged the viewing. I've been looking for a van so intensely for so long that now I just want to have it. So I feel like when I go there, I think I'm gonna buy it. Oh, and I know I've been saying this every time that I was going to view a van, but this time, and I've probably said this as well, but this time I think it's different. It's so cool.
Well, like that, over there.
Brilliant.
And then those two cushions go in there. What you do is you put the front seats all the way forward and then wind them forward as well on the backrest.
The backrest.
And then that headrest will drop down and then you've got a double bed.
After picking up the car, I drove to my first camper van viewing, which took an unexpected turn. Oh my god, I'm here! I'm gonna be seeing the van in a second. This area is so beautiful. I've got a really good feeling about it and I might be buying a van any moment now. Let's see. This is it. An interesting update, something I did not expect. I finally put an offer in, but the owner also promised someone else to come and view it and potentially buy it, so he's not sure because of that. This means I might not get it. Genuinely did not expect that. The one time that I'm actually sure that I want to buy a car, and the first time that I put an offer in, someone says, I'm not sure because I've promised this car to someone else. I'm gonna grab a coffee and then call him to see what he says. Unbelievable. So I've actually withdrew the offer. I've spoken to a couple of my friends while I was waiting for the owner to make his decision about my offer. There was some damage that he didn't show in the photos. My friends were suggesting, well, they thought from the photos that it could potentially be structural damage, which would be quite costly to repair. And I don't think that I'm ready to deal with that kind of van. I just called him and I said that I'm going to withdraw the offer. I didn't even let him tell me what his decision was because I know that I would have been disappointed if he said that he wanted me to take it. But I had a feeling that he made the decision that he wanted to sell it to me. So yeah, but I'm never gonna find out. Well, I was planning to go to Somerset to view another van. Then I doubted it. I thought maybe I can't be bothered. I'm drained from all this emotional up and down. But I think I'm just gonna push myself and go. That's, this is the whole point of renting this. 2.5 hours towards Somerset and I'll be camping again. I just want to be there now. Okay, let's go. Oh my god! This is too beautiful. So awesome. Oh, I'm finally feeling calm. Is ready. It looks really cozy up there, and this beautiful sunset just keeps going. So I stopped for like half an hour to talk about CAMPERVANS with the site manager. I love this camping community. It's so cool to meet all these people and exchange experiences and advice, and everyone just seems like a really cool person. I'm ready for bed. I'm a little bit cold, but I think I'm gonna be okay. And I'm actually not that scared. I think I'm not as scared as last time. Strange. It wasn't the best night of my life. I think I was mainly cold, and that's why I couldn't get such a good night's sleep. Oh, cups, okay. This is gonna be... Maybe a microcamper is not gonna be a good choice for me. I think I do like to have these comforts, and I do like to have everything to hand. And it's funny how being in the transporter seemed a little bit difficult because I think I was comparing it to real life. And now I'm comparing being in a microcamper to being in a transporter, and it's even more difficult. I don't know if I've done a proper update of what's happened. I woke up around 7:30 because I knew I had to leave around 9 so that I could get to Yeovil. I was coming here because I wanted to view another camper. I met with this lovely lady with her Vauxhall Combo. I took it out for a spin. She allowed me to do that. Some people don't, so it's always worth asking the question. I felt really comfortable. It was very responsive, really nippy. There was no weird sound. She was exactly the kind of person I would love to buy a camper from. I think it's really important to buy from people that you instantly know that you can trust, or you have the potential to trust them. You just have a good feeling about them. She was exactly that kind of person, and I would love to buy a car from her. But when I was sitting on a bench, which was a sofa as well, I couldn't straighten my back. I really want to be able to work from the van. So it might be just a little bit too small for me. I'm not saying no to it, but it's not a hell yes yet. I've done some shopping, and I'm going to be heading north now because I'm going to be meeting up with my friend. I'm going to be crushing their family Christmas and camping with them and having a barbecue with them. But before I do that, I'm going to be stopping in Bristol because I've just made an appointment to view another van, and this time it's going to be a Vauxhall Vivaro, the kind of size that I thought I wanted. Yeah, it's just going to be a really long day. I'm so excited about this family Christmas of Laura's. That's going to keep me going. An hour and a half later, I've just arrived in Bristol. So this is going to be my third van viewing this weekend. I'm taking it for a test drive. Okay. I'm back. Let's recap. It did not look as good as it did in the photos. That was my first impression. It had those weird markings that looked like damp, and that's something that I would be worried about. The bed in both directions, it was too short. Otherwise, it was really good. I like the size of it. Mechanically, I think everything looked okay. There was no rust. It's a relatively new van compared to what I've seen. I think it's from 2011. I don't know. It's just a little bit expensive for what it is. Yeah, I don't know. The guy who was showing me around is from Albania, and I told him about my road trip to Albania. So we had a really good chat about Albania and traveling and so on. And it's really cool to go to these different places and meet all these different people. It was the second night camping in this microcamper, and I slept in it with my friend this time, and it was really comfortable. Yeah, I felt like there was plenty of space for both of us, and it was warmer this time, so I slept better. I'm heading back home, and I've just stopped at services. I'm gonna be going to view one more camper today, and it's gonna be a Volkswagen with a high top. I'm feeling a little bit tired, so I need to keep stopping. I've got 25 minutes left till the next viewing. I must say that I'm ready for bed. I'm just coming up to that next van that I'm going to be viewing. The guy sounded really nice on the phone, so that's a good sign. The area looks really beautiful too. I've just spilled coffee, god damn it. I have zero expectations. This is what I'm learning. I'm not putting any pressure on myself. I just want to view it, see what it's like, and that's pretty much it. Wow, this is stunning. Seriously, people live in places like this? So I'm back where I started. It's a train station. My little adventure is coming to an end. Once again, I didn't buy a camper van during that trip. I came back empty-handed, but I also felt like it wasn't a waste of time because I came back with loads more new experience and lessons learned. And the main reflection that I wanted to share with you this time is if you're looking for your first camper van, actually if you're looking for any camper van, first, second, 10th, always listen to your intuition. The more I looked for my first camper van and the more offers I was rejecting, the more frustration, impatience, and also doubt I was feeling. There were many moments when I thought to myself, maybe I should have bought that van. Maybe I'm never gonna find anything better. Maybe I should compromise because maybe I am pursuing an unrealistic dream. But now that I have the luxury of having the perspective of time and I can look back at what was happening, I know that what really I was doing was following my intuition. So if you are ever in a situation where your gut feeling is telling you that you shouldn't buy that camper van, and even if it's just a tiny whisper, and normally it will be just a whisper, then don't do it. Listen to that voice. And if you are in doubt, if you're doubting your own intuition and you're trying to convince yourself that no, maybe this is the camper van that I should buy, despite that voice inside you, reach out to your friends. I am so immensely grateful to all the people that were supporting me during this camper van search, because without them, I would definitely have made the wrong decision. Especially if you're buying a camper van for the first time or you are new to van life, it's so incredibly important to have people around you who will either just give you a second opinion or experts with experience who will be able to tell you straight away, walk away from this camper van because it's just a pile of rust. So if you have it, use the support around you, but if you don't, remember that you always have the support that you need inside you, that voice that is always going to give you the right advice. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope that you found it useful. If you have, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit from it and maybe even liking it and maybe even subscribing to join the tribe. In the next episode, we are going to be continuing my search for my first perfect camper van. So there's going to be more adventures that I'm going to be sharing with you. Thanks for joining me today, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye! And it's worth mentioning that the owner is now having a tea with monks. Long story. I hope that the monks are gonna recognize that I'm a good person and that I deserve to have this van. Monks, please give him the right advice.